quite extraordinary reply from a letter that the Justice Secretary sent to the head of the Sentencing Council. And the Sentencing Council's chair replied in relation to the Justice Secretary's concerns over a two-tier justice reform, saying, quote, "At no stage did the Lord Chancellor, the Justice Secretary's representative, express any concern or reservation about the term now under debate. The walkthrough of the guideline with officials from Ministry of Justice took place on Monday, the 3rd of March. Again, no concern was expressed about the relevant term." It's quite extraordinary, that, isn't it? Was the Justice Secretary asleep at the wheel?
No, and I think the Justice Secretary's made her views very clear. And the government's view is everyone is equal under the law. We don't want to see differential treatment for anyone, whatever their background. We've made clear we don't agree with this policy. And the Justice Secretary has asked the Sentencing Council to rethink and rescind the guidance. They've issued a reply late last night. The Justice Secretary will meet them later in the week to press her case again. But we've been very clear that we will take action through legislation if required. And we are going to review the role of the Sentencing Council alongside the role of ministers and Parliament in determining policy, because it is ministers that determine policy. And while we absolutely value and respect the independence of the judiciary, ministers have that obligation to set policy. And we've been very clear, Justice Secretary has been very clear on this occasion, we don't agree with this particular policy, which arose, as you will know, out of a consultation begun by the previous government.
Correct. And coming back to the point about whether the department, the Justice Secretary's department, was asleep at the wheel, the letter also noted the guideline was discussed 15 times between July 2022 and January 2025. How was this not spotted? I'm
not going to speak for the individual civil servants who were in whatever particular meeting.
So you're blaming it on the civil servants?
Not blaming it on civil servants, but I think the Justice Secretary could not have been clearer about her view and the government's view.
We get that, but Robert Jenrick brought this to her attention. She wasn't aware of this until then.
Well, Robert Jenrick, if you...
That's
correct
fine.
Me if I'm wrong, was a government minister at the time that the
and I've held him to account about that, and I will hold the Conservatives to account about that. But you're blaming a civil service by implication.
I'm not blaming a civil service.
OK, so who's responsible for it?
I don't know who was in what meetings, is what I'm saying, but
But there's 15 meetings and 15 sets of minutes where it can be referred to, of which 8 months' worth were whilst you're in government. Is it fair to say that you're asleep at the wheel, to not notice this until...
I don't think it is fair. I'd say I don't know what meetings took place with what individuals were in the room, but the Justice Secretary could not have been clearer about her view and the government's position on this issue, and what we want the Sentencing Council to do in terms of rethinking and rescinding that guidance, and the steps we are prepared to take if they don't think again.
Matthew Pennycook, great to see you this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you.